to Constructive Curiosity, a podcast that promotes personal growth, authenticity, and helping others through inspirational messages, techniques for success, and interviews with extraordinary people. Follow and subscribe on YouTube and Instagram at Constructive Curiosity or listen on your preferred podcast platform. The journey begins now.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Constructive Curiosity, the podcast where we promote growth both personally and professionally and aim to expand your horizons. I'm your host, Casey Sprague, and today we'll be diving into the intricacies of fostering connections in our personal lives and mastering the art of professional networking. So grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, whichever you're going to prefer with your listening time. Sit back and let's embark on a journey of constructive curiosity. Building genuine connection in our personal lives is essential for our overall well-being. It's about understanding others. Share your experiences, get to know theirs, creating a sense of belonging. One effective strategy is active listening. Instead of focusing on what you'll say next, try to truly hear what the other person is saying. This not only strengthens the bond, but also shows that you value their thoughts and feelings and can show that you genuinely care about what they have to say. Another key aspect is vulnerability. Opening up about our own experiences and emotions allows others to connect with us on a deeper level. It's the foundation of an authentic relationship, and you know how deep authenticity is on this show. You have to be yourself in order to be the best person that you can be. Don't be afraid to share your joys, struggles, aspirations, vulnerabilities, things that make you feel a little uncomfortable at first, because that vulnerability will breed connection with other people. It'll bring you closer. It'll actually start to build and foster trust by showing a little bit of yourself. They'll show a little bit of themselves, and that will start to build a relationship. So that's a reflection on the personal side. Now let's take a little bit of a look at how to get networking strategies and get yourself moving that way, because personal connections is a little bit different than professional networking. So we're going to shift gears and look at the professional realm. Networking is often considered a crucial skill. However, it's not just about collecting business cards, because you can have 1,000 of those and not actually have connections. It's about building meaningful relationships that can lead to collaboration and growth. So here we go, we'll talk about a few strategies. First and foremost, be genuine. Again, authenticity is key. You can't be someone that you're not, because if you put on that mask and pretend to be something that you're truly not, it's going to show through at some point. There can be multiple different facets to your personality. I'm not saying that you have to be one thing all the time when we talk about authenticity, but you can't be someone you're completely not. Everyone has bad days, good days, different personalities depending on what's going on in their life, but be who you are. That authenticity will go a long way when building those professional relationships. So don't try to impress people, focus on making a real connection. It's very similar in that aspect to that personal connection that you're trying to build, but you got to keep it at a certain level. You don't go into quite as much detail. You don't find anything that's uncomfortable or unprofessional. You got to find the common professional ground. Share things that you're passionate about. Why do you enjoy what you do? Why do you want to continue to build what you're doing? And be interested when they're telling you their stories as well. Another effective strategy is to diversify your network. Don't limit yourself to people in the industry or profession that you're currently in. Branch out. Find people in different fields. And you might be surprised at how valuable the insights and opportunities that emerge from that diverse connections can be. So don't just pigeonhole yourself into, I have to climb this one particular ladder. It's an entire world of opportunity out there. You can meet other people. Sometimes it's a lateral change, sometimes you take a quick step back, but you're always moving forward one way or the other. You're going to continue to go to where you want to go. So don't underestimate the value of different connections, because you never know when they can come back and help you. Or you can, vice versa, help them. Now, building connections, whether personal or professional, isn't without its challenges. Rejection, fear, and time constraints can often be obstacles. However, facing these challenges head on is part of the journey. In your personal life, if you're facing difficulties connecting with someone, try to understand their perspective. Empathy is a powerful tool, and don't be discouraged. Relationships take a long time to develop, but trying to see it from someone else's perspective, walk a mile in their shoes, will really help. Something that I use a lot is try to stop your thinking. Whatever trap you're on there, whatever rail to disaster you're leading yourself down in a negative thought pattern, break it. If that means just stop talking to them for a little short amount of time, Try to gather your thoughts. Think about what happened, what was the reaction, and why, and what can you do to actually get to your desired outcome, which is probably not an angry outburst or a fight. It's trying to get things moving forward in a constructive way that preserves and builds the relationship. When it talks to the professional realm, if networking events seem intimidating, start small. Attend local meetup groups or industry-specific gatherings. And there's a lot of things online now because a lot of people are very uncomfortable going to a place in person to begin with. There's groups you can meet with online. You can be sitting at your own home. You don't even have to get on camera if you don't want to. And you can get to start to talk to people and know people and begin to feel more comfortable. So it's not always about collecting as many contacts as possible. It's about cultivating meaningful connections, and that can happen both in person and virtually. So start small, continue to build, and never undervalue what somebody can bring to the table, because you never know when that connection can come back to benefit you or you can benefit them. As we wrap up today's episode of Constructive Curiosity, remember that building connection is an ongoing process that requires patience, empathy, and genuine interest in others. Whether you're nurturing personal relationships or expanding your professional network, approach it with an open heart and a curious mind. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe. We're on YouTube at Constructive Curiosity, Facebook at Constructive Curiosity, X at Casey Sprague CC, and Instagram at Constructive Curiosity. Please leave a review, share with your friends. I want to try to get this out to everyone that we can so they can be in the know to grow. And as always, stay curious, stay connected, keep building the meaningful relationships, and have a wonderful week.
Thank you for listening to Constructive Curiosity. Visit constructivecuriosity.com to learn more about our mental performance training, career coaching, and business management consulting services. Constructive Curiosity has the insight to get it right. Thank you for listening, and keep being the best version of yourself.